Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, so today we're going deep on a bunch of your searches, and they all seem to revolve around one thing, really, the University of Florida Gators and Auburn University basketball. We've got it all, folks, game predictions, player stats, you name it, even where you might be trying to catch these games live. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to figure out what all of this says about your interest in this rivalry in the SEC.
Yeah, right off the bat, it seems like men's basketball is the main attraction here. We see a ton of searches for Auburn basketball, Florida basketball, even their full team name, so there's definitely some serious engagement with both programs.
And it wasn't just like a passing interest, right? You've got searches like Florida versus Auburn, Auburn versus Florida, Florida-Auburn game, so it looks like you're zeroing in on those head-to-head matchups. And then you've got searches asking who won Florida or Auburn, and did Florida beat Auburn, which makes me think you were keeping up with past game results.
Exactly. And to add to that, we even see where to watch Auburn versus Florida and Florida versus Auburn live. So it seems like you might have been trying to watch a game as it happened.
Yeah. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There are a lot of searches about predictions. Florida versus Auburn prediction, Auburn versus Florida prediction, Florida-Auburn prediction. It's like you wanted to know how these games were going to shake out before they even started.
It even goes deeper than that. There's a lot of focus on individual players, especially Walter Clayton Jr. I mean, we see his name pop up a bunch, and then there are searches like Walter Clayton Jr. age and Walter Clayton stats. So it seems like you're really following his career, maybe even trying to figure out his potential. I mean, there are also some searches for Broome Auburn, which is probably Chauncey Broome.
Yeah.
Then there's Alex Condon and Chinyelu, Florida. So you're definitely interested in the players.
And get this, we even found some searches for basketball legends, Al Horford and Larry Bird. Now, they're not directly related to either of these teams, but it makes you wonder if you are trying to make comparisons or maybe looking for their historical context.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It also seems like you're interested in the coaching side of things. We see searches for Bruce Pearl, Todd Golden, and even a general Florida basketball head coach.
Yeah.
So you're clearly paying attention to the people calling shots at the sidelines.
Oh, absolutely. And to stay on top of things, you were definitely following schedules and scores, too. We're seeing searches like Auburn basketball schedule, Auburn score, Florida score, and all kinds of combinations of Florida-Auburn score.
And it's not just about this rivalry either, right? There are searches for NCAB SBN college basketball and Thola men's basketball schedule, which tells me you're interested in college basketball as a whole.
You even looked up team nicknames like Florida Gators and Auburn Tigers and broader terms like Florida versus Auburn SEC Championship. So you're definitely aware of their place in the conference and the potential for those high-stakes games.
And then there are the searches asking, has Auburn won a national championship? And has Auburn won a national championship in basketball? So you're digging into their history and how successful they've been.
We even saw a couple of searches for Florida Gators women's basketball versus Auburn Tigers women's basketball, which shows that your interest goes beyond just the men's teams.
When you put it all together, it paints a pretty clear picture. You've got a really well-rounded interest in Florida-Auburn men's basketball rivalry. You're looking at games from every angle, past results, predictions, live viewing key players, the coaches, and their place in the bigger picture of college basketball.
So let's break this down even further. We're not talking about casual curiosity here. This is a real deep dive into every aspect of this matchup, especially when you consider the focus on specific player stats for Walter Clayton Jr. along with the interest in game predictions. It seems like you might be following individual performance within the context of team success. So the big question here is, what exactly about this rivalry has grabbed your attention the most? Is it a particular player, a coaching matchup, or maybe the history between these two programs? That's the mystery we're trying to solve with your search history.
It really does make you think.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what our listeners think. What aspect of this rivalry draws them in? Is it the on-court action, the history of the programs, or maybe something else entirely? Let us know your thoughts.
That's right. We want to hear from you. So jump into the comments and tell us what fascinates you most about this rivalry. Until next time, happy searching, folks.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.